Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talking Scrap and Face Off Fight.
That was great. Is that a fucking Little Tykes basketball hoop behind you? Can you dunk on that, or is it still too high because you're 5'5"?
It's funny because you're a bitch.
Oh, that wasn't kind.
Hmm. Kind I'm not.
Welcome back to episode 4 of Talking Scrap with Face Off Fight Co. Back after a long hiatus. What happened, Justin? Were you stop and frisking, cavity searching, or what happened?
You wish, pal. We got destroyed by a snowstorm, which
Oh, no, yeah,
definitely that
his,
skipped us.
historic snowstorm up in Massachusetts.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one definitely butt fucked you guys. Fuck, what's his name? Fuck, what's his? I forgot his name. I'm
Dan
off
the
today.
Picker, I believe, is
Yeah. You guys got butt fucked like Dan Hooker,
yeah. All right.
the
Joke
hung
lost his
man.
steam when you didn't know his name.
It was good. It was good. Yeah, that's how I beat the gay allegations. I don't even know the gay guy's name. How could I be gay? You knew the gay guy's name immediately.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that's true. I did know his name immediately. Yeah,
So
man, a lot has happened. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus. I think the snowstorm, and then I got ordered in. I think that was kind of the issue.
yeah, since our last episode, that released before Cage Titans.
Yes.
Nothing important has happened in the UFC except a bunch of dirt announcements that we're gonna shit on later.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about those, so please stay tuned if you hate the UFC because I'm mad.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew Valdina. Pitched another near shutout against Cam Arnold. Super dangerous, super game opponent. And Andy showed why he's exactly where he needs to be. Looking forward to what's next for Andy. Shout out to Andrew Gladiator Valdina.
Yeah, unreal,
Yep.
unreal. You mentioned something. I tend to agree with it. He's making really good people look bad and looking like Cam Arnold in for what it's worth is not bad whatsoever. And not that Andy necessarily made him look bad, but he made him Cam Arnold at times look lost, like he couldn't find him. Um, Pitched a shutout. That's two in a row. I mean, the party is dangerous. Cam Arnold's dangerous. You kind of made a point of like prime Adesanya, where like he made other guys just kind of like watch the show. And I think that you couldn't have been more on with that
100%.
analysis.
Both of those guys super dangerous. All the film I've watched on Joe and Cam, they're both super decisive fighters, right? They are bringing the fight to their opponent. And that's just not a fucking option when you're standing across from Andrew Valdina. You are in his fucking world, and guys are having a really hard time getting with the program,
Hmm.
right? 3 rounds, 5 rounds, it's just not enough time for them to figure out this puzzle, and he keeps changing the rules. It's beautiful to see. I was actually getting in an argument online on like I like to do. Some of the Cage Titans posts, they were asking about the performance of the night. I think they gave it to that shitty boxing fight when Pillow Hands got beat up.
Pillow Hands got beat up.
Oh, when Miguel got starched in his boxing debut.
Okay,
That was
I
super fucking entertaining. All jokes aside, boxing's hard as fuck. I don't envy that. That was super entertaining. No, it
all
was
right,
some
all right. No,
fucking
no, no, no,
loser.
no, 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 no. You can't just glaze past that because if you're gonna mention it, you got. I feel not even like his friend because I actually hate Miguel, but if you give him like if you're gonna mention that, I think you got to give him his flowers. It was
Oh,
like
100%.
five
Fucking dog.
5 days notice.
In there with Ozzy, who's an absolute fucking stud. I don't think either of
Yes,
them had boxed professionally before.
No, it was. I think it was both their debuts, but he gets absolutely starched at the bell at the end of the first round, and everybody is thinking like, "All right, this is over," and then comes out and puts a war on for the rest of the fight,
I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was done. No,
and
I
made it and made
I don't
it
know.
made it close. Like if either man won that fight on the scorecards, I'd be like, "Yeah, okay."
Honestly, 100%. It like boxing judging different, particular, whatever. I don't know why I've chosen Miguel to be the dude I just shit on, but
I
it's
think
the
it's
way
because
it
he was
is.
supposed to come on once and then like big timed us and didn't come on the podcast. So I think right now you're just like poking the bear until he
Maybe,
roars.
maybe. I mean, if he would like to defend himself, like he can hop on here whenever he wants. Until then, he punches like a girl. Heard it here first. No, yeah. So I was chatting shit to some fucking loser on Facebook comments because I'm old. It was this dude from Maine, so obviously he was a Cam Arnold fucking dick rider. And I was like, the Andrew Valentina fight was boring as fuck. That wasn't the performance of the night. I was like, no, you're fucking dumb.
Hmm.
I think it was the best performance. I stand by that decision. Was it the best display of violence? No. Was it the best display of like heart and dog? No, no, it wasn't. Right? There were other fights on the card where guys were beating the piss out of each other more, and some casuals really like that. Some guys like to see people just getting their fucking face knocked in and sticking with it and staying tough. But what I saw from Andrew was absolute high level mastery of a brilliant game plan, right? And as like a huge fucking nerd of the sport aspect of this, that to me was the best performance. It was the most professional performance of the night on that card.
Yeah, no, I can't. I mean,
And I thought it was exciting. That's not me to say that it wasn't exciting to watch,
big
but
Valdez
it,
fan myself, so I'm not going to argue with you here.
people aren't bleeding and just standing there and punching each other up. Like I think sometimes the brilliance of what he's doing gets lost on people,
Right,
right?
right.
Because
Like we
it
said,
looks like
like,
he's just sliding around, cutting his angles, switching his stance, but he's in constant motion and giving them looks they can't process,
yep.
and he's touching them up. It's fucking beautiful to see. I can't speak highly enough about that.
No,
Um,
again, like you. It's funny because you love Andy, you enjoy what he's doing, but you're the biggest Israel like Izzy hater probably that I know. I believe
Andy
you
doesn't
call him
have
bitch
Andy
sticks.
doesn't have gyno, doesn't taint his fingernails, and no, Prime Izzy was exciting,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
right?
just have to
He
get the
turned
shirt on.
into at the end of the day, he was running away from fights at the end of his tenure, and I'll stand by that. He was absolutely just pointing dudes enough, and I'm not sure it was the. I don't think we were looking at the same thing. We're looking at a guy in Andrew at, you know, in the beginning chapters of his career, and he's polishing it. That was Adesanya when he was supposed to be king of the world, and he was fighting to not lose.
That's fair. You won't get an
And he has
argument.
bitch tits.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you won't get an argument with me on that. Looking at the results real quick, huge win for Zach DeSabatino. Um, Gets a dub in the second round, finishes a UFC veteran now. Um, Other than that, I thought the card was pretty good. Cage Titans admittedly talked about obviously the difference is like you go from running the same thing in the same place all the time, which is basically your house and like Plymouth Memorial Hall, to like almost like renting. Like you go from owning a house to renting. And there's going to be like trials and tribulations with that. I thought that the broadcast and the show itself, overall, given that was good was good. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I love the commentary team. Was what it was. They had Jack on there, Andy as always, and it wasn't Johnny because Johnny fought, right?
no, it was Johnny,
Okay, no, Johnny announced. No, that's right. Yeah, Johnny Cupcakes, Jack Congdon, and Old Faithful,
Andy.
other Andy. Yeah,
No, I thought I mean the commentators were good. They talked about the couple of issues that I mean if you're a Cage Titans like big fan, maybe you were able to pick up on. Um, I think all of that will be squared away. They've already talked about getting back to the hall, but also doing another show at MGM, which I think is like really cool for the promotion, for the fighters. And you know what? Like, I gotta give them props where I think it's due. There wasn't like you see a lot of times in regional fights, there was not a singular fight that was like, hey, we got to bring in a can for this guy to beat up. Like, we got to bring in a guy who doesn't belong in here with this other guy, so our guy gets a win. Like, from Andrew Valdina to Cam Arnold all the way down was like either guy could win this fight, and this is a tough fight for both of them.
No, you brought up a good point. Like, they promised a fucking banger of a card and they delivered on it. Like, whoever's doing the matchmaking for Cage Titans should call the
Call to get hired
UFC
by yeah, get
because they
hired by
have
the
a serious
UFC.
fucking problem.
We're gonna we gotta
Before we
curb
bounce
that.
off of
That's
Cage Titans, there was a performance that stood out to me, and I gotta check. Who is that Vietnamese dude? Viet Dong.
Vietnamese dude.
Yeah. It's a young Vietnamese dude. He didn't get the nod, but he looked like an absolute dog. I love watching him fight. I'm gonna pull it up. I gotta fucking hit my
You're not talking
Jamie.
about Ergliev. I don't see him
No,
being.
no, Ergliev is not. Now this kid's got like you look at his name, you're like, oh, that's the Vietnamese one. Like,
I don't know.
just be racist about it for a second.
I just read every name on the card, and I don't see one that says, "Oh, that's Vietnamese" to me.
Ah, you're fucking up. Ah, you know what, dude? Eric Hunt, the Viet Dong. You fucking kidding me? That's literally his nickname.
Who did he fight?
He fought. Oh shit. Blaze Nichols.
Oh, okay, that was a good fight. Yeah.
It was the amateur fight, but
That's why I only have. I think I only have the pros in front of me.
no, all right. I knew it was on there, right? It was tremendous display of fucking heart and grit. He threw down the max at the end of it. Was willing to stand and bang. I think he's got a great future in the sport if he chooses to stick with it. He's got a big fan in me. Shout out to the Viet Dong.
But at
It's
the
a fucking
same
hilarious
token,
nickname.
Blaze, kind of a beast too.
Honestly, yeah. Like, even the amateurs looked fucking great.
Yep.
I think we
Like
were chatting during the broadcast like how nuts it is to see how skilled regional amateurs are looking right now.
it's just cool to see like
And then you've got professional
when
heavyweights in the UFC looking like absolute fucking trash.
it's just cool to see like a promotion actually do that. Like there wasn't an easy fight. There wasn't an amateur they were trying to build up that they brought in a guy that's like 2-18 to get mopped with again. Like it was
Hey,
a
but
fucking
but
great card.
those guys make the world go round. We absolutely need them. Like, you
Oh, for
need
sure.
dudes like the 100% part of the process. It's an honest night's work. You know what I mean? They're not in there not getting their fucking teeth punched in. I'm definitely not uh, a dick rider by any means, but when they were doing the intermission and they announced the fucking boxing ring and lit up the boxing ring in the background, that was super fucking dope. I was like, that's fucking sick.
That was
If
cool
I'm,
because I actually think right before they did that, you texted me boxing in a cage is going to be so weird.
I did. I was like, what the fuck are they gonna do? And then they showed me what the fuck they're gonna do, and I was like, oh fuck, that's what they're gonna do. They got a boxing ring.
Yeah, no, that was
Now that I've said that, if I have to be a little critical, I wish I could have heard the boxing better because it didn't seem like they were mic'd up in the ring.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't hear like the blocks for the end of the round or any of that sweet leather when the dudes really tooling on each other. But that shit was fucking dope. I like it when one does it. Cage Titan's been doing it with their jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. I'm a big fan of the variety show fight cards. Like, it doesn't just have to be one rule set. I think it gets more people in there. I think it's dope. I think it's exciting as fuck.
Yeah, no, I think that was really well done. I think overall success for Cage Titans. obviously had like I said, the learning curves that they had, but I have no doubt they're going to fix those moving forward and
Oh,
really deliver
100%.
another show there in Boston.
I'm actually excited to see what lessons they learned from a bigger show that they're going to bring back to the cage, to the
To the
fucking
hall.
Coliseum,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
The
Fucking that's the name
Coliseum,
of
right.
the Coliseum.
Yeah, sorry, Andy.
Hey, like you said, like they've been running it there forever. That is their home turf, but I can't believe that they didn't pick up some tips and tricks on a slightly larger stage that are going to bring that production to the next level. So that's fucking great.
I mean, as far as regional promotions on,
Yeah, dude,
let's
shout out to Mike, doing a great job.
let's be
Like,
fair, like it's a smaller stage, like regional promotion. I'm not talking like the LFAs of the world, almost like the farm systems to the
yeah,
UFC.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
talking like legit regional, homegrown, homemade promotions. I've yet to find one better than Cage Titans, and
No,
that's
watching
not
the other ones
because
kind of sucks. It's always on like a fucking Facebook live stream or something.
yeah, no,
Spectation doesn't
they
pay
just
me any fucking money. I got a goddamn subscription just for Cage Titans.
yeah.
But I think that Spectation partnership's working out well for Cage Titans. Hopefully, they're getting what they need out of it. The production's dope. Their replays are fucking. They get them there. Like, it's a professional regional show. I think that's why the fighters like it,
Yeah.
and that's why the fans like it.
You hear fighters from other promotions or that have fought for other promotions come in and like they'll say over and over and over, "Thank you so much. Cage Titans is the best promotion I've ever fought for." And it's I don't think they're just bullshit, and I think it's genuinely like they feel that. But all right, enough plays in Cage Titans. I'm over it. I
Yeah.
love Mike. I love the Cage Titans organization, but we need to move on to other things that we've been in kind of a tizzy over.
All right. Do
Um,
we want to start with this fucked up freedom card, or do we want to talk
yes, we're
about
gonna
what
go. We're
Daniel
gonna go
Cormier
Freedom
thinks is
Card.
the worst fucking uh, BMF title fight ever?
All right, we can since we're recapping, we can go to the BMF title fight, and
I,
then
I,
the
I didn't hate it because I love both of those guys, and if I'm going to watch Max lose, I'd rather not see him get Ilya Taporiad. That was like the softest way for my soul to
I
see Max
understand,
Holloway
I
lose. You feel,
understand, I understand, I understand, but I do understand the argument of the people saying you make this so it's tough because MMA is MMA, and I love I fancy me a grappler. Like I love the grappling, I love the takedowns, I love the control. I felt as though even though he was very dominant in the takedowns and the control, he didn't take chances to cause damage or find a finish. And that is where
I think, I mean, he was working the choke. Max's defense is good.
he was working the choke in the first.
That's fair. No,
So that is where, like, I'm not like, no, the BMF title has to be a small gloved kickboxing fight. No, fuck that. If you're gonna take people down, that's fine. You got to do something with it. I feel like you're a bad motherfucker if you Khabib someone, you take them down and you absolutely ground and pound their face into the ground until they give you a submission. Like that's still a BMF to
like
me.
George St. Pierre. Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. I said, I said like a bad motherfucker. So like, you're you're still a BMF to me if you hunt that finish if you're causing damage. But I felt like
It takes
Charles
two
was
to tango, man. Like, you know how it is as a grappler. Like, there are certain defenses where, like, it makes it difficult to get that, right? And,
no.
like,
I'm
while
just
it looked, like, I think to a lot of people it looked like Max Holloway's been in the UFC for 30 years and doesn't know how to fucking wrestle. That's not the fucking case. Like, Do
no.
Bronx is actually that good if he's not fighting Islam or Ilya.
And he's a really big and
He's
strong
fucking. He looked
55er.
huge. I mean, you could say Max just sort of went up because he got old and didn't want to do the weight cut. Like,
Sort of.
definitely not a natural 155er. But no,
Again, my issue is if it's I mean, on Monday morning quarterbacking, it's easy to watch it and say this. However, if I'm Dubrox and I'm like, I just took him down that easy. I can't get what I'm looking for here. Let's stand up, bang, I'll take him down again. Like I just wanted to see more like
I
Dubrox
mean,
is a
where's the danger
finisher.
in that fight? Like, do you want to stand on the outside with Max Holloway, like one of the best boxers at 145 or 55?
I agree with you. I would welcome this question. Did he
But you
look
could also
bad when
say,
he was did he look bad when he was exchanging with Max Holloway?
no, I was going to say the same thing. Like,
He didn't look bad.
he probably could have won it on the feet. I think because he's
So
such a great grappler, still he's got the submission record still.
yes, as far as I'm aware.
I think his striking is underrated because he's such a good fucking grappler.
I I think he could have won that fight wherever he wanted, and I just wish that he was a little more like Mamba mentality with that fight because I think he could have created a special moment in the main event of that card that the UFC needed. For the casual fans, again, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
fair enough. It
talking
was the only boring Max Holloway fight I've ever seen, if you could
right.
call it boring.
Mhm.
I mean, but part of me was really happy for Charles to just get a little time in the limelight since he lost the belt to the scale and hasn't been able to have as much success as he was having back then. Well, I mean, that's what fucking happened. He didn't make fucking championship weight, won the fight. The champion didn't have a name. It wasn't Charles Oliveira. And then Ilia Topuria ruined everybody's fucking life.
Yeah, like
Or was it
he's
No, it was Islam first. Islam first.
and then Islam went up and yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, Ilya's fucking good, dude. Ilya's good, but we'll get there. Rest of the card was mediocre.
I can't remember. Yeah, so you must be fucking right.
The rest of the card was mediocre. Like, all right, so let's just get into this before we get into the White House card. Then, like, the UFC's in trouble. I genuinely think the UFC's in trouble for the first time in the history of the UFC. And the reason I think that is they're not making good fights. And you're right. I hate to fucking say that. The words "you're right." I hate when they leave my mouth because I hate you. But you're right. Like the best aren't fighting the best. They're not paying the guys. Okay, hold on. Raul Rosas Jr. looked fucking fantastic against a veteran Rob Font.
Yep. Shout out to the young buck. He's exciting to fight. I'm excited for his career.
I think that
No
he can
shade, no shade to
realize
Rob Font, man, but we got to start talking about. All right, dog. Like Rob Font's fucking old.
he
Rob
just
Font's
won his last fight though.
he did, but he's been a dog. Like I'm so happy for Rob Font. I'm a Rob Font fan. I'm not calling for Rob Font's retirement, but I don't know that beating Rob like. No, I mean Rob Font's just finding a different place in the division right now. He's
I mean,
like
let's be
Andre,
fair.
like
That
Andre
was
was at heavyweight. You remember that when he was the gatekeeper for a little bit? He was just
yeah,
fighting like up and comers and starching them or not. Like you had to get through him to see if you were
yeah.
really
But the
good.
thing is with Rob is like if you're not like a fucking otherworldly grappler, he's probably gonna beat you. Like
Yeah,
Adrian Yanez fucked
that's
around
fair.
and found out. Like Raul Rosas Jr. got 16 of 18 takedowns. He looked shredded, stronger,
He's turned into a
mature,
man. I think his balls dropped in between fights. You know what I
right,
mean?
mature. Yeah, it went from like chiweewee to chiweewee.
Yeah, Chiweewee.
Like he 16 of 18 takedowns is fucking insane. It's insane. Like if you're a grappling specialist, you're probably gonna beat Rob Font. Other than that, he's still beating dudes. And then Chow Barhalio
Cal Bohilio.
versus your boy RDR. RDR sucks. Get him out. Fuck
Dude,
him.
Artie, you're smoking dope. That was a good fight. I actually
Get him
think
out.
that was a close fight.
Get him out.
What are you talking about? Like, if you want him out, like, he fucked up Bobby Bones.
I just know that you love him.
I don't know why I fucking like that goofy Dutch fucker so much, but I really do. I
You
watched him a
love him,
lot
so I
in
knew I
one.
knew it would hurt you if I just started talking shit. That's really the
No,
only reason I
yeah,
said
yeah. I mean, quitting on the stool is never a good look.
no. Drew Dober did what Drew Dober does.
Hey, no, Drew Dober was just on Curtis Blade's podcast. He doesn't hate black people. He's really trying to do some fucking damage control on this meme. Apparently he hates it, but it is so fucking funny. No, Drew Dober looked great. And even when Drew Dober loses, like Drew's always in fantastic shape. He's a fucking wrecking ball at that weight class. He's thick as shit. And he swings for the fences. Drew Dober's exciting to fight. Who fought Hardwick? I'm mixing cards up now because it's been a blur. We haven't recorded in forever. He broke his fucking jaw.
Marwan Rahiki.
Yeah, dude, the Moroccan dude. That was a fantastic fight, dude.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
They both looked nothing but fucking heart on that guy. He's like, hey, this thing's not fucking good. Do you see the picture of it afterwards?
No.
His whole fucking tooth is gone. His shit's all side. It was like fucking super broken.
Oh god.
That was dope. We watched. Who's Sean Strickland's only black friend? Action Man.
Chris Curtis.
Yeah, Chris Curtis got taken down 19 times, thrown around. Wow, kind of. I mean, that card was fucking
19 of 24. Yeah, but I met Chris Curtis, so I still love him.
I mean, Chris Curtis fucking dog. I mean, seemed a little disappointed, huh?
Card was mediocre. Let's call it what it is. Card was mediocre, like most of the UFC cards as of late.
That's what we're talking about. These fucking cards fucking suck. I don't know who's doing matchmaking, who's not doing matchmaking.
What is the reason?
I think there's too many fighters on the card. Fighters in the organization, maybe, and for some reason they're trying to pick stars. They
motherfucker.
What?
That was my point.
What, they're trying to pick too many people?
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
Fucking motherfucker. I obviously completely agree because I texted you that a few days ago. I think part of the issue, I'll screenshot it. I think some of the issue is there's too many fighters on the roster. There's too many fights. There's too many fights. Like they're saturating. They're like, oh fuck, we got to push out a fight night card for this weekend. Let's put in.
Let's have Adesanya fight some random NPC.
No, Adesanya's fighting Joe Playfair, which is actually a decent fight. It's actually a decent fight, but like,
who's supporting it though?
A good fight on every card, and then it's like the rest of the card is like, let's hope these guys like put on a show.
Like, and that's not to say that name recognition is the only thing that makes a good card, right? We saw a fight that everyone didn't love between arguably two of the best stars in the fucking whole organization, between Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. They're just not making competitive fights. Like, it doesn't need to be dudes everybody knows. Like, some of the best fights are like opening prelim dogs. You know what I mean? They're out there just starching motherfuckers. Right? Like, there's still good fights, right? We still love this sport. But at the end of the day, they're not matching the right people with the right people. Like, I don't care if Armin slapped Dana White and Dana White's wife. The fact that he still isn't fighting for the title is fucking ludicrous. Same thing with Movsar Evloev. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what is happening here? In what fucking world does Diego Lopez get to lose to Volk again? It wasn't like it was...
Movsar's fighting this weekend.
Who?
Lerone Murphy.
Lerone Murphy. Either of them.
That's like in my eyes, that is a title eliminator. Like that is.
It's 100%. If it's not a title eliminator, I'm not gonna fucking do anything. You called my bluff. But what the absolute fuck? Murphy or Loev should have gotten that nod over Diego. 100%. No shade to Diego at all. Super tough. Super game. Didn't look competitive the first time he fought Volk.
Do you think that they're letting champions call their shots a little too much? Like, do you think there's a chance Volk was like, let me get Diego again because I know I'm short life left in this game. I know I can.
Doesn't sound like Volk. I don't know him personally, but that doesn't sound like
do you
the
think
guy who tried to fight Islam twice.
I don't know how the matchmaking process goes. Tried to fight Islam twice, got paid very handsomely for both. One was a super fight, one was a short notice, and I guarantee that it was like, hey, here's what we're going to offer you. I love Volk. I'm not shitting on Volk. I think Volk is the man's man at 145. Like, he did the impossible. He dethroned Max Holloway. He beat him
100%. Max Holloway's kryptonite.
3 times?
Yeah, 3.
Max Holloway never beat him, right? They fought 3 times.
Yeah.
So he beat him 3 times. Like, did the impossible. Like Max Holloway's on a lot of people's short list of greatest featherweights of all time. So like,
100%.
I'm not shitting on Volk, but some of me thinks that maybe it was just like, yeah, I know, like these young up and comers are probably gonna dethrone me. Like, let me get one more. Like, let me win. Let me defend it one more time. Like, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of is why Diego Lopez was given that other shot because it wasn't competitive the first time.
It's definitely not all champ. You good?
Good. Nor was it
Fucking
fun.
technical difficulty.
Nor
No,
was it fun.
it didn't make any fucking sense.
So if it was like a war, fine. Yeah, we want to see that again. Everybody wants to see it again. Like when it was announced, literally the casuals and the extremists were like,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't know. Whatever. I just think
It's definitely not all champs. I know we're like rewinding the tape a little bit, but Aljamain Sterling didn't get to call his own fucking shots at all or decide when he was fighting.
no, they
It,
hated him.
they didn't like him. They didn't like Bilal Muhammad. It it's got to be more than who's popular and who's moving the needle. We need to put some respect on the best fighters, or we're gonna see people chase that bag on Netflix, right? Like Gable Stevenson's fighting for fucking MVP.
I think I I think
He's still young. He's young in
the
his MMA
UFC by a
career.
million has the best talent right now, but if they don't fix what they're doing, I think they're in a lot of trouble. Um, MVP
I don't
now
think it's
has,
yeah. It's not fair to argue that, but I think heavyweight we might say there might be a question mark.
as far as talent,
Yeah,
nah, no, I don't think there's a heavyweight like outside of the UFC that beats Cyril Gane right now.
you don't think Francis Ngannou beats Real Gon again?
Mm,
He still
Maybe him,
exists.
maybe him. And Tom Aspinall, no,
See, the problem is like they weren't willing to part with their shekels, so we'll never fucking know,
yeah.
right? We've only got a quarter of the story, if that. Like I don't know, like Dana can talk all the shit he wants about Francis as a person, as a whatever. We didn't get to see, like, we were robbed of the heavyweight fight of our generation.
That was arguably the beginning of the downfall that I think the UFC is experiencing. And for what it's worth, I think going to Paramount was probably the worst thing that's ever happened. They
Fuck
got the
Paramount.
bag.
Fuck
They got
Paramount.
they got the absolute bag. Um, we're not seeing the best fight the best right now. Like
I mean, Gaethje said he wasn't getting paid anymore.
Mofsar, his last name versus Lerone Murphy is a pretty good fight. That is
That
like
is a
two
good fight.
guys. That is
That
two
that
guys that are at the top. But like you promised us, you promised us the world with the White House card, and
and we
I
got what
looking at it.
Toledo.
All right, I'll be honest. The more I've looked at it, the more I'm like, all right, that is a pretty star-studded card. However, first of all, if you're gonna pick and choose matchups, why are you choosing a possibility, like a high probability actually, of like two loved Americans on the White House lawn getting starched as your as your big White House card? Like if you ask 100 people the main event outcome, they're gonna say Ilya Taporia murders Justin Gaethje,
Oh, it's gonna be so sad.
and it's nobody
One
wants to
of us
see
is
it.
getting knocked out.
Why is that the fight?
I don't fucking know.
Was
I
Islam
mean,
not available? Is Ramadan during that time? Like, what is the? Why couldn't we have done
it,
Ilya
it,
Islam?
Ilya saying Islam backed out. There's some back and forth on that, like closed doors nonsense. We don't know. Ramadan is over before this episode airs. Eid
Okay,
Mubarak. Shouts
so that's
out.
not the issue because that'd be plenty of camp.
Yeah, plenty of camp for that. But these cards
You're
just don't
just
make any.
you're just promising the biggest card of all time. Like we're probably never gonna fight on the White House lawn again, and you don't have the staples of the organization, like big names on the card, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like you, I know you hate Connor, but if he was on this card fighting Michael Chandler, it would be
Connor,
better.
yet 5 years ago. I mean, if we want to talk about the downfall of the UFC, Connor boxing might have been the beginning of the end. right? If we want to really peel back the onion, because that was the first taste of bagillion dollars, right? And then
I
guys wanted
guess,
to
but we've had a
ask.
lot of the UFC's had a lot of success since then
They
as an
have, but
organization.
if we want to talk about the beginning of the snowball being Francis leaving, I think he left because he wanted McGregor money
And he got it. He got it.
outside of the
Yeah.
UFC.
Right. I know. Fine. Why is Corey Sandhagen not getting a call to fight Sean O'Malley?
That's a fair question. Because we want Sean O'Malley to win.
Do we? That's two Americans up
I
front.
don't, but like they do.
It just, I don't know. The card in totality doesn't make sense to me. I would argue UFC 327 is more exciting and a better card than the UFC Freedom 250.
Oh, dude, 327 is fine. I think you nailed it. There's too many fights. If they did two a month and cut 100 to 200 fighters, we wouldn't have this fucking nonsense, in my opinion. Right? 327, I'm looking at it right now. We've got Yuri and Alberg, which has to happen. That's fantastic.
I
Joshua
mean,
Van,
Kelvin Gastelum Vicente Luque is early on the card, and that's a fun fight.
Johnny
Tatiana
Walker,
Suarez and
Dominic Reyes.
Lupe
Reyes looks great.
Godinez.
Curtis Blades, Josh Hokett.
Kevin
That's
Hall and Randy Brown. Kevin Hall and Randy Brown. That is a fantastic fight.
We got Paulo Costa fighting Azamat Mirzakhanov, undefeated at light heavyweight, 16-0. Pitbull and was fighting Aaron Pico on the fucking prelims. Cub Swanson's on
It's
there.
it's a
Mateus
better card.
Gamrot.
It's a
It's a
better card.
fucking. That's a stacked card.
It's a better
We
card.
can skip Moicano Duncan. Like, don't give a fuck.
Hmm.
Right? 327's gonna be good. Right? For certain.
I just think I think that's what it is. I think the roster is too big. I think that the roster being as big as it is forces them to have fights constantly. I think there should be a shift in the fight nights don't need to start at 9 p.m. on a Saturday. I think fight nights like the NFL is pretty popular. Why not do like a Monday night, a Friday night, a Wednesday night for like your fight nights, two, three times a week. I mean, two, three times a month, and then one pay-per-view on a Saturday.
That
Like
that's
people
not a bad call.
aren't gonna watch fights from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. every Saturday when the card's not even that good. They'll do it for pay-per-views.
How did
If
Diego Lopes
pay-per-views,
get on the fucking White House card?
I don't know, versus Steve Garcia. Like that's a great fight.
It's
That's why
it's not
that's
going to be a bad fight, but when we're talking about the best, most exciting fights ever, what are we doing? Is this Brazil fucking a gift to Brazil? And I don't hate Diego Lopes, but
no. I don't know. I don't understand it. Also, I thought because his last name was Garcia that Steve Garcia was Mexican, but he's American,
no,
so
he's American.
yeah, great,
Bo Nickel, Kyle
fine,
Dawkins, like,
fine, fine.
dude, fuck Bo
Why is
Nickel.
that who Bo Nichols fighting though?
I mean, he's not trash.
I know he's not trying.
He beat
he could
Gerald
win.
Mearshart.
He could win that fight.
I mean, Bo Nickel be losing fights.
That's what I'm saying. So if he's gonna win,
Shout out to RDR.
if if Bo Nickel can lose, give him Kobe Covington so that it's good for the White House card regardless.
Yeah, honestly, I was surprised Colby didn't get called up. Whether or
Kobe
not I
wins,
think he
gets on the mic, probably makes out with Trump in front of everybody, and calls it a day.
deserves to, wants to, that'll be a banger. Paramount sucks. The matchmaking sucks. I don't want fucking commercials in between rounds. Listening to fucking Liberty Mutual commercials. I want the corner shots.
I don't know. And here's why I think I alluded to it earlier. I think they're not in trouble. They've dominated the market for so many years, but I think they're in more trouble than they've ever been in with MVP being on Netflix. Netflix
100%.
has Netflix has the money. They don't need to be successful. They don't depend on the success of whatever MMA fights they're putting on. They have the money. They have the notoriety. They have the better platform. They have the better program, in my opinion.
And that's not to say MVP's making the fights that the people want to see, or at least like the hardcores want to see. Like, yeah, cool. Like, everyone loves Mike Tyson. That was a weird fight. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have Nate Diaz, Mike Perry on my bingo card, but that's
Yeah,
exciting.
they got Francis. They got Francis a fight. They got Gable
They
Stevenson
got Gable
fighting Junior
Stevenson.
Dos Santos.
If
Ronda
John
Rousey versus
Jones
Gina
gets
Carano.
released and fights Francis on MVP,
There's an issue. There's an
there's an
issue.
issue. I don't think the UFC will ever get Gable Stevenson
Hmm.
if that happens. Right? I think you'll see a lot of real good talent going where the bag is.
The UFC needs to get back to their old ways, where I know you hate Dana. I think Dana's taken a step back. He has these other ventures that he's trying to make big or whatever. He has
Like
the
Flats
Zuffa
fight.
like Zuffa boxing is really what I was thinking about. Um,
Yeah.
he's it sounds like he's taking more of a role in that and taking a back seat to the UFC as a whole.
Give me
He
another
made the
person to direct
bag.
my anger at, and they can catch it. Until then, it is that fat fucking lobster.
Well, it's I mean everyone says the matchmaking is Sean Shelby and Hunter Campbell. So
Fuck them too.
I think Dana needs to get more involved. Yes, he was cutthroat. He's done some things that are maybe not agreeable to a lot of people. However, he did take the UFC to what it
You talking
was and
about
what it.
slapping his wife or
No, I'm talking
what?
about business as a whole. He,
Oh.
yeah, he took the UFC to what it was to what it is, and
Yeah.
for that, like, I am grateful for him. He needs to step in because I'm actually like for the first time in the UFC history as a super fan worried about the future of the UFC.
Yeah. I mean, it's frustrating, right?
Very.
It's sad and frustrating as someone who's a fucking humongous fan about like it, Paramount was not the win. I feel like the only people that won were like UFC execs and
Literally the
the
only
money roll.
way the people won is now we don't have to pay like $80 a month for a fight and a $15 subscription. That is the only positive that so far the Paramount deal has given me is like, okay, the numbered cards are included in my membership.
I mean, $15 a month is cheaper than Russian streams.
You understand what I'm saying though? Like,
I do understand what you're saying, but like, fuck, dude,
and
like,
and a 9 p.m. start. That's better.
I'm not opposed to the 9 p.m. start. I actually liked like the random pay-per-views overseas when they would start in like the afternoon.
Hmm.
Fucking money. Big fan of like not having to stay up until fucking 2 a.m. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking with us. That was episode 4 of Talking Scrap with Face Off Fight Co. As always, check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcast, fofightco.com. Buy a fucking hoodie, please.
Please buy a hoodie, please. Buy a
Oh,
sweatshirt, please. Kyle's wearing it. Very comfortable.